Hey guys, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I'm doing a series, and the series is called What Makes This Singer Great? And next up to bat is David Bowie. Before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe to my channel. That'd be really cool. Don't forget to ring that bell so I can have more videos coming your way. And I have a singing course. It's called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else. You can find it right here at kentamplinvocalacademy.com, where I walk you through step by step how to get to some of the greatness of some of these singers. So with that said, what do I think of when I think of David Bowie? Well, the first thing I think of is very eccentric, very theatrical, someone who constantly reinvents himself, God rest his soul, fantastic, talented guy. And just when I say reinventing himself, I mean over the years continually reinventing himself. I think of someone as being very fashionable, for sure. By the way, it's not just his singing that makes him great. So I think of all the things that make him great as a singer can complement everything from his style to maybe philanthropies that he does, you name it. So these are just things that come to mind what I think of when I think of David Bowie. I think of that kind of creepy eye, which eye am I supposed to look at? It's kind of mean, but it's true. You thought the same thing too. Someone out there did. And I think of songs, amazing songs. I'll get to the songs in a second, but I think of, crooner of sorts, right? He kind of was one of the original kind of pop mainstream crooners. I don't mean like Frank Sinatra crooner, but in his own way, I would kind of call him a crooner. I think of his melodramatic vocals. Ground control to Major Tom, so very theatrical, right? Very interesting. And just unique songs. He had a really unique set of tunes. I mean, you think of songs like Fame, 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 Fame. Oh, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Right? That was interesting. Heroes. We could be heroes just for one day. Rebel, Rebel, cool rock tune, early on. I think of Modern Love, what a departure from that, bringing guys like Stevie Ray Vaughan in to play guitar. How interesting that was. Under Pressure, the duet with Freddie Mercury, amazing. Ziggy Stardust, I think like the kind of androgynous, almost effeminate, early on, face painting kind of stuff he did with the glitter and, just this whole vibe there. China Girl, what a different, song that was. Let's Dance, again, Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of tune. Space Odyssey, I just mentioned that. Young Americans, good songwriting, interesting, good songwriting. So I think it was kind of being a little on the bizarre side, right? A little eccentric, very mysterious. I think of him being eccentric. I think I might have said that. And I think of it being kind of extreme in lots of ways, in the way he reinvented himself. And so with that said, I want to kind of dive into a song here, see what he does and looks like live, and we'll go from there. Song. So very charismatic, very captivating. Now, I have a saying, and the saying is, a singer is only a singer because they have the guts to be one. That's right. Let me say it again. A singer is only a singer because they have the guts to be one. And I'm going to use him as an example of this, and some people might get mad at me for saying this, but I really mean it. I don't think of David Bowie as being a great singer. I think of David Bowie as being a character singer. I like Mick Jagger's not like a great singer, for example, but he's got this great character voice that he brings you in with his charisma and the way he tells a story and whatnot, and just, again, very mesmerizing in the way he does it. Well, David Bowie's no exception, and so a singer is only a singer. So David Bowie doesn't have the greatest voice. It's what he did with his voice that made him great. So lesson learned for all of us out there that want to learn how to sing. Remember someone like David Bowie that just reinvented himself and just made great artistry and really kind of got the world to sing his songs on his terms, which is really fascinating. So I just wanted to add that little side note in the middle there. Dramatic. Good performer. Great energy. I love this song. Just hear how unique his voice is. Like I said, it's real, we could be heroes, he's got this really dramatic theatrical voice, which I really appreciate about just in all of his songs. It was very signature David Bowie. Whenever something came out by David Bowie, boom, you knew it was David. When, even kind of the quirky stuff, it's kind of like the Cars, right? When the Cars, Rick Ocasek would come out with a tune, oh, that's the Cars. You just kind of knew it, right? Because they were just so unusual and such a signature sound. So if I missed anything, guys, put it in the comments section. Let me know what you think of when you think of David Bowie, whatever songs I might have missed or eccentricities or just whatever you think of. And I'm doing this by request, gang. So if you have someone you'd like me to react to, what makes this singer great, that'd be really cool. And definitely check out my next video.